All right.
All right.
Good morning, Unity of Walnut Creek. Look at all you beautiful people. How are you all doing at home? Great to have you here. We're going to sing. I think you might want to stand for this in body or in spirit. Karen Smith is going to lead us. There we go.
Right, let's go. May the light of the Spirit shine in me. May the light of the Spirit shine in you. As God's grace and love make this a brighter world, may the light of the Spirit shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine in me. May the light of the Spirit shine in you. As God's grace and love make this a brighter world, may the light of the Spirit shine on. Shine on, shine on. Shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine in me. May the light of the Spirit shine in you. As God's grace and love make this a brighter world, may the light of the Spirit shine on. Shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, yeah. May the light of the Spirit shine on. Shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, yeah. May the light of the Spirit shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine on.
Look at all these shiny people out there.
Shine on.
Good morning and welcome to Unity of Walnut Creek service. My name is Danae Legan.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
My name is Don Shaw. We're so happy to have you here at our service this morning, and today is Birthday Sunday. So if your birthday falls in the month of, what month is it?
October.
Man, you know what happens in October is that big fall fundraiser, less than 2 weeks away.
And if you're
Let's
at
do a
home,
happy birthday. October, come on, it's not just David. There we go, there
If
we
you're
go.
at home and it's your birthday, stand up. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friend.
Happy birthday to you.
Beautiful. We want to greet and bless everyone who is watching online. Your presence adds to our spiritual community, and we're grateful you're here with us. And thank you for joining us. And please join me in welcoming our featured musician, Karen Smith. Woo! Joined by Tyler on keyboard, Dusty on bass, Dan on drums, Lisa, Pam, and Lee are our Unity song leaders today. Thank you for sharing your music with us.
I suggested just going through the shorter list of everybody that's not doing music today, but now the awesome and mystical Reverend Kristen will be delivering today's message titled The Intentional Everyday Mystic. This is part 1 of 7 in the Ordinary Mystics series, and it supports our community book study that starts this week.
Before we begin, I invite you to turn off your phones and your watches. First service, it was a little tingling, over there in the corner as we enjoyed the sacred service together.
The timing was flawless, right? During the silent time of meditation. Just a little ding, 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 ding. And you think they're going to get it before the second one. Ding, 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 ding. Nope. Third one. Nope. Ding, 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 ding. Went through the whole cycle. So let's take a moment to be grateful for this beautiful land where our spiritual center is located. Isn't this fabulous? Mm-hmm. This is Bay Miwok and Ohlone land.
And we honor the Bay Miwok and Ohlone people of today and are grateful for those who were stewards of this land before us. We commit to taking care of this sacred native grounds and Mother Earth.
Just a little disclosure, I'm about to do a message that violates our branding. Unity is a fabulous path for spiritual living. I know you all agree it's a fabulous path for spiritual living. Our vision for the world is, and let's say this together, we envision a spiritually awakened world where all life thrives in conscious oneness.
And our mystical mission is who we've come here to be.
Ooh.
We are a loving, inclusive community, expanding and living our divinity in sacred service for all. And our core values are love, connection, service, and wisdom.
Well, if you are with us for the first time, I hope by now you realize I came to the right place, and you'll feel comfortable enough to just raise your hand and let us know so we can give you a welcome packet. Anyone here for the very first time today?
Welcome.
Yeah, hello, welcome. Every week there's someone.
And if you're watching online and you haven't come in, come on down next week.
Yeah, we don't bite. In addition to information about Unity, this welcome packet includes a $10 coupon, which you may use to attend a class or other event at Unity. So we're glad that you're here, and we hope that you will visit the Welcome Center Bookstore Cafe right across the patio after the service. There's another little welcome gift for you there. If you go up to the cash register, they'll give you a little stone that has an inspirational word on it. And then hang around, let us introduce ourselves, introduce yourself, and we'll get to know you.
Connection cards are available in the newcomer packet in the seat pockets in front of you also. And for everyone, you may submit a prayer request, and our prayer team will pray with you throughout the week.
Did you know you can also share feedback or request information? So just put those cards in the basket with the offering. For those of you viewing online, connection cards are available on the Watch Live page of the website. We have several activities to highlight this week and one activity to de-highlight. The creativity group will not be meeting today, but will meet next week.
Okay. Would you like to discover how ordinary moments can be sacred while making new spiritual friends?
Yes.
Sure, of course. Unity's Fall Book Study Group starts this week. Together, our community is reading Ordinary Mysticism by Mirabai Starr. This book is a beautiful guide that invites us to notice the holiness woven into our daily lives. If your heart is calling for more connection, wonder, and depth, this book study is for you. Today is your last day to sign up for a group on the patio after service or send an email to office@unityofwalnutcreek.org to reserve your spot. Group choices are also listed on our website. And please pick up a copy of your book in the bookstore. Read the introduction and chapter 1 before your group's first meeting.
It's so cool because she is so irreverent. So it just makes it such a fun book study for our community.
Absolutely.
Well, she says, I don't believe in the same God that you don't believe in. That's
awesome.
pretty irreverent.
It's pretty good.
I'd like to invite you to a night filled with magic, mysticism, enchantment, and fun at Unity's Wizard Ball on October 18th. And I just want to point out, we're in October. Today is October 5. The 18th is just 2 weeks from yesterday. As the volunteers organizing it, you see Danae's a little panicked here. Whoa, everything is in a high state of readiness. What we need from all of you is to sign up to come to the event, because this is one of only 2 times a year where the entire community comes together to celebrate who and what we are and what we get out of this place, which is spiritual food, connection, love, service, abundance. So this is a big chance. So all we want you to do is sign up to come to the event, sign up for at least 1 play date, 2 if you are so inclined, get a super raffle ticket, and come and be prepared to have some really good time.
There's a delicious dinner and dancing and magic tricks and auctions and raffles and joyous merrymaking.
It is Unity, so you get to dress up.
Yeah!
So find a costume that conjures up your most enchanting wizard, fairy, or other mystical attire, and come to the fall fundraiser on Saturday, October 18th, 2 weeks from yesterday.
And you can purchase tickets out on the patio after service. You can sign up to volunteer and reserve your spot for one of the amazing play dates.
We do still need some volunteers, and volunteering doubles the fun of the event, so don't be shy.
Right. And did you know that Unity offers a wide variety of weekly and monthly classes and groups? There's something happening almost every day. And you can find all the details in our ongoing events brochure. Be sure to grab the newly revised October-November edition on the patio so you can stay up to date on updated meeting times for the fall season.
If you don't know me, my name is Don, and it's right here on the name tag. This is Danae, right here on the name tag. And we sure wish you would wear a name tag too, so we can call you by name, because we forget your names. You're new, we never knew your name. So let's foster community by signing up and getting name tags. You can get one for $10 signing up on the patio. Then you pick it up the next month. If you signed up last month, it's there for you today.
And membership is not required.
Really? Wow,
No.
That's pretty open.
Yes, it is. Well, are you a warm and friendly person who enjoys welcoming new people?
Yes. I'm
Yes.
hot.
Come learn more about becoming a welcome ambassador. Join us today for an informational meeting and a delicious lunch at 1 p.m. in the community room.
Lunch. Oh. Yeah, I know. I'm just still thinking about lunch. Oh. No, I'm letting the mood of the room settle down a little bit, because we're about to move into our meditation, which is a little bit quieter than the last 5 minutes. So, as we prepare for this time of meditation, please join me in taking a conscious breath. Feels good. Let's take one more conscious breath. And let's affirm our statement of faith together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. We begin with music, followed by guided meditation and silence.
O naona ita halame kalehua e halelehua no ia nakano o kauno ia noine e liane hoio ka hiki mai a hiki mai no oko a hiki puno me ke aloha 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 no hoana ke akua I kana hele hele ia la ia e ke ki ohu e kaua koko ona kino malu I kalani malu e hoi e ho ulu mai ana o lakai kona kahu o makonoa aloha
Let's continue to drink in those words. They seem to travel in light on the wind. Let them enter your heart. Reverberate through your being. Let them be received like a breath of ocean breeze. Perhaps they even transport you to the mountaintop or the seashore. Feeling the earth, the sand beneath your feet. Words of light like spiritual food. Messages of love. Heal whatever needs to be healed. Let them reveal whatever wants to be revealed. Let them be the call of remembrance. The knowing that you are on holy ground. Perhaps you can still feel the echo of that ancient chant, those light-filled words. Perhaps you've already been transported and you're at the ocean side, listening to the waves, breathing in the salty air. You're up on the mountaintop, looking out into the world. Or maybe you're right here at Unity, your feet on the ground, your body feeling the chair. Aware of the sacred right here, right now. Invite you to take a nice deep breath and rest for a few moments in the sacred silence together. Now having dipped into the sacred stillness, feeling our feet on the ground, our presence right here in this moment, in this space together. Let's allow the sacred to be invoked, to be seen and to know, to be known and to be felt as we listen once again.
O nauna ita halame kalehua e halelehua no ia nakano e o kauno ia anoine e liane ho'io ka hiki mai a hiki mai no oko a hiki pun ho me ke aloha 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 no hoana ke a kuai kana hele hele ia la ia e ke ki ohu e kaua koko Oana kino malu I kalani malu e hoi E ho ulu mai ana o lakai kona kahu O makonoa Aloha When I was a girl each week, on Sunday we would go to church and pay attention to the priest, and he would read the holy word and consecrate the holy bread, and everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two, and Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling sad that miracles don't happen still. But now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding that there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, it barely wet my fingertips. But now I have to hold my breath, 'cause I'm swimming in a sea of it. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down. But I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything, everything, everything is holy now. Everything, everything, everything is holy now. Yeah. Read a questioning child's face and say it's not a testament. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come and say it's not a sacrament. I tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood and saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out, how things have changed since then, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything, everything, everything is holy now. Everything, everything, everything is holy now. Everything, every little thing, everything is holy now. Everything, everything, everything is holy now.
Can we sing that chorus at the end of the talk right now? No, at the end of the talk.
Something's out.
Sacred secrets. Everything is holy now. That's it. That's the whole series. So just sing that song for 7 weeks. You got it. Yeah. So the whole idea of what we're up to here is finding the sacred everywhere present. And I know some of us have our favorite spots, right, where it's easy for us to see the sacred. Do you have one of those? Do you have places where you think it's easy to find the sacred? Anybody want to share? Yosemite. Very specific. Okay. The Redwoods. Uh-huh. What's that? Kealakekua. And sounds very Hawaiian. Yeah, it's the volcano, yes. Okay. Uh-huh. Near water, the golf course. The ocean, communion with people, the ocean. Uh-huh. Hugging a tree. What's that? Your backyard. Uh-huh. Being right here, right now. Irene? Unity of Walnut Creek. All right, we're going to end there. But did you notice the themes? So there was a lot of communion with people, and there was a lot of nature. And a lot of us do find the sacred in those places. Some people feel more challenged amongst people. Many people feel like, oh, I can just find it here in nature. So it's a little bit of both, right? For many of us, and many other things, as we're going to see as we open this up a little bit further. So there is somebody very special who found the sacred in nature and found the sacred in the company of animals, who made her transition this week. Jane Goodall. She said this: "No words of mine can even describe the powerful, almost mystical knowledge of beauty and eternity that come suddenly and unexpectedly in nature." Or many of you know her as the woman who studied chimpanzees and apes in Africa, but she also dedicated her entire life to telling us about the sentience of these beloved beings and to care for animals and to care for Mother Earth. And she also likened being in the forest, somebody mentioned forests, to a temple. She said this. There's one more, I think. "The forest is for me a temple, a cathedral of tree canopies and dancing light." So in honor of Jane Goodall and for the good of all of us, the search for the sacred is on. That's our challenge, right? That's what we're opening to in this new series as we begin our fall series on ordinary mysticism. It's a book by Mirabai Starr. The subtitle is "Your Life as Sacred Ground." And so it's this idea that we're all mystics and that we're living a mystical life and that everything is holy now, right? Because we suddenly become aware when we move into that everything is holy. And we're going to look at some of the ways that we do that. But, always a good place to begin with all good things, I think, is a story. And so I'd like to share this story, a very ordinary story. A woman is driving down a road and she comes to a stoplight. It's a Tuesday evening, nothing particularly strange is happening or unusual is happening. It's the same route she always takes, the same stoplight she hits on the way home. The same empty soda cans are rolling around in the back seat floor of her car. There's just that kind of sense of a routine day. She's feeling tired. She's thinking about the chores she has to do when she gets home. And then all of a sudden, something happens when she gets to that stoplight. The sky is ablaze with an amazing sunset. And she starts to look at colors and combinations of colors she's never seen before. The way that the purple hues are softening into lavender and that fiery orange is present as well. She even sees those gold lines around the clouds. Have you ever seen that kind of like halos around the clouds? And she is in absolute awe. The chatter of her mind has stopped. And she's just in that space of reverence and wonder. Everything has shifted in that one moment. And then the light turns green. Horns start honking. Somebody yells out their window, "Go!" And she has to move on, right? And so it's that she expresses that she wasn't just seeing in that sunset, in that moment she was inside of the sunset, and that she felt a sense of belonging to the world, to everything, to everyone, to earth, that there was kind of a melding into that experience. And then there's suddenly this jarring, this movement, this gotta go feeling. Later she said that moment was mystical. It wasn't planned, it wasn't earned, it just happened, and it woke me up. I love this story because it captures the invitation of the whole series. It captures the invitation of how this happens to us all the time. There are sacred things that happen. Now, it's easy for us to point to a sunset with a fiery sky and all those colors and hues and say, that is sacred. Our work is to see those things, to cherish those things, to allow those things to be melded into us, as she said, to get inside of them, and then also to let them be carried in us. And our work is to notice it everywhere, in all things, in the places you didn't know before, a moment ago, or a week ago, or an hour ago, that you would ever even call sacred or consider it to be a mystical experience. I like that story because it can happen to anybody on a Tuesday evening at a stoplight. And it can happen to any of us on any day of the week doing anything when we start to really pay attention to what's happening. So you've probably had these experiences before, yes? Fleeting holy moments. And then pretty soon there is some proverbial green light that you have to go, or some symbolic honking horn of some kind, or somebody in your household is yelling, "Where's my socks?" And it suddenly, jostles you out of that experience, right? And then you move on with your everyday life, your everyday chores, your mind chatter, or the things that you think have to be done by you, whatever it is. And maybe you shift out of that reverence space. So our work, our challenge, is to open to everything being that reverence, and to be walking in that, moving in that, doing all the mundane things we would do in a lifetime, suddenly infused with a different kind of energy. And it's not, there's mystical, and these words that we use, mystical and sacred and spiritual, they kind of give us a sense that it's over there, or it's something really special. And it is something really special, but it can be something that we recognize is here now, right in this moment. We begin to look, to notice, to use our senses in a very different way with intention. And that's what this first leg of the journey is about. The difference between having an experience and then moving through it, dismissing it, forgetting it, not even noticing it at all, is that we haven't claimed it, and how we claim it is with intention. So setting that intention that I'm not chasing an experience, I'm consenting to it. I'm opening the door to what is already here, what is available to me at any given moment. Life is packed full of magical moments and mini miracles. But we don't recognize it until we set that intention, till we claim it as so, and then we begin to live and breathe and have our being in spirit. That's what that's about. When we say that, it's not just a passing thing to remind. Often I say, we come together on Sundays to remind ourselves of who we are. And this series is helping us to say, no, every day, every moment, every experience now. I'm not just going to Unity to have that reminder. I'm reminding myself that I'm standing on holy ground. I'm reminding myself that it's a miracle that I'm here, that I'm having this breath right now, that I'm seeing whatever it is that I'm seeing all around me, or I'm hearing whatever it is I'm hearing, or I'm touching whatever it is I'm touching. It's suddenly a miracle because I intend it. I intend myself to open to it, what is already here, who I really am, who the person is who's before me. As several of you said, communing with others, being in community, that's sacred to you. So my friend Cynthia and I used to have these experiences that whenever we would get together, that we started calling magical, mystical, miraculous, I don't even remember all the words, magical, mystical experiences, mystery tours. That's what it was, magical, mystical, mystery tours. And it would just be like going to dinner. But things would just happen, So we would meet somebody that we didn't expect to meet, or the waiter would say something, and we'd be like, did you just hear that? We would read the tea leaves, I don't know. There was always something happening that felt like magical, mystical mystery tour. I'm really having trouble with that now. And so, but I think it was the intending of it, the claiming of it, the recognition of what was going on that allowed it then to just be so every time. There was just always something unexpected that happened that opened us to that. And so it's that kind of claiming an intention and beginning our day with that makes a difference. And to say that, and to notice when we notice, whoever we're with, to speak to it. Wow, did you just notice that? Did you see that? I mean, It's so lovely sometimes to have an experience in solitude, but isn't it even all the sweeter to be able to experience it with someone else? And for both of you to be experiencing whatever it is that feels so incredibly beautiful, or whatever it may be. You know, the classic definition of mysticism is a direct experience with God or the divine. And since we believe in unity, that the divine is everywhere present, principle number one, right? Permeating the universe, everywhere present, and that we, principle number two, are also divine, then it's not very much of a leap for us, unitics, is it? To go, oh, well, everything is holy, everything is sacred, everything is mystical. So it's not something set aside anymore. It's not something for the cloistered nuns or the saints of the past or the sages that we have put up on the pedestals. This series will continue to help us level that playing field, to say we all are here on this journey together. And isn't that a mystical experience? Because we are all mystics. We are all having a direct experience with the divine at all times. It's just a matter of whether we're paying attention to it, whether we're setting an intention to have that. So Mirabai Starr talks about this in various ways. She says you don't have to be off in solitude on retreat, or climb the mountain, or go to see the guru in the cave in India. You know, you don't have to have necessarily those experiences to have mystical experiences. And that's how we bring it home to our own doorstep, by recognizing that truth. That we don't have to have intermediaries. The priest doesn't have to say the blessing, or we don't have to be a part of the ritual that somebody who's ordained organizes, or we don't have to necessarily get our spiritual credentials ourselves to be mystics. We are mystics. We are having direct experiences with the divine all the time. And so all we're doing in this series is opening up to receive, to experience, to start to notice in different ways what is already here. Just by claiming it now, just by saying what I just said, feels like it sets an intention. Are you with me in that? Am I the only one feeling that? So I suddenly start to feel the shift. And when I look around and I look at your faces, I see things differently. Do you see that? Does that happen to you? Do you look around a little bit? Look at the colors in the room and the faces. Look outside at the light. Or listen. There's some laughs. There's some utterances going on. So it's opening to that, and it's claiming that. But why don't we always feel like mystics? I mean, maybe in the moment you're like, okay, well, yeah, I'm at Unity, it feels sacred here. It's where my spiritual friends are, or the place that it feels good to be in. And we've already said it's, these are sacred grounds, and we've acknowledged they're Beimiwak grounds, they're Ohlone grounds. We've heard this beautiful, reverberating, penetrating Hawaiian chant that brings us into those places that are ancient, that touches that space in us. Does this not do that for you? Touches those spaces that just, they make me want to weep. It's so beautiful. It's back to the beginning. For me, it takes me back to that source space. It's like, oh, yeah. And here we are on this earth living this incredible experience. So then suddenly life doesn't just become a drudgery, life becomes this like illuminated space. It's that we've said in the past, in New Thought you often hear, bringing heaven to earth. This is the idea, right? To bring heaven to earth. Well, this series is all about that. It's about noticing that heaven's already here. This is heaven. And so wherever you might see something other than heaven, or experience something other than heaven, or start to get in your mind about this is something other than heaven, you can begin to see, even in the most difficult circumstances in life, even in the most painful things that you might see going on, around you or in the world or feel into, you can begin to feel the beauty in that. You can begin to feel the sacredness in that, the connection, the help, the things that come with travesty and tragedy. So it's all here for us. It's all available for us. So going to this place of then asking ourselves, well, what is it? So why don't I always feel like a mystic? That's where that intention comes in, that intention for us to begin to claim it and to know it. And to recognize that as you consent, as you open the door, you allow that which is already there, knocking on the door of your heart, from the inside perhaps, knocking on the door, saying, let me out or let me in. I've always loved that scripture verse in Revelation where it says, listen, behold, I stand at the door and knock. Let me in. If you can hear my voice, open the door, and I will come in and eat with you and you with me. It's that last part, well, all of it gets me in this sort of inspirational way, but that last part is so intriguing to me because it brings in the physical. It's like the whole verse is spiritual and it's physical, it's profound and it's mundane. It's the Spirit saying, I just want to have a meal with you. It's like, really? Wow, that's pretty cool. So suddenly eating becomes communion, right? And walking upon the earth becomes like a massage for Mother Earth. It's that kind of shift in recognition that Spirit is always knocking on the door of your heart, is maybe even yelling with a megaphone, look, listen, pay attention. Look at the person who's standing right before you. See the divine, the sacred, the beauty. Let yourself be moved. Let yourself be opened. Let yourself be inspired, even in the midst of a moment of frustration. Let it open you. Let your heartbreaks break you open. All of that is a part of us recognizing the mystical that is everywhere present, including within us. So cultivating this kind of inner posture for us that says, I am on holy ground. I am living and breathing and moving upon holy ground. Imagine if that becomes your affirmation every day. This is holy ground wherever you go. One thing we can do is to become aware of the thresholds of everywhere we go. So when you come home or when you leave home, cross that threshold and say, oh, I'm on holy ground. When you come to Unity, when you go to your workplace, when you go to a meeting, every time you cross a threshold, say to yourself, I'm on holy ground. One of the things I love about the nature immersions, some of you have experienced, we have a play date coming up that's one of those, is the difference. A lot of you said nature earlier, like Jane Goodall, right? You find the sacred in nature. And the difference between going out into nature on a walk and doing a nature immersion is really a threshold. So what we do is we make a threshold. We might build one, or we might just, do a line in the sand or the dirt. And then we know what our intention is. We set our intention, and then we cross the threshold. And what happens when you cross that threshold, what's different about just a walk in nature and crossing that threshold is you have now entered ceremony. And that's what you're doing by crossing any threshold with that kind of clarity, that kind of presence that says, I am now on holy ground. I am now in ceremony. It's very different. Something shifts. Something shifts inside. Something awakens in the heart when we set that kind of intention. And ceremony, suddenly you're the priest or priestess. You're the mystic. You're making ceremony. What is that? Well, maybe it is a meal. Maybe you're preparing a meal. Maybe you're gardening. Maybe you're having a conversation. Maybe you're at your computer. It's all ceremony if you intend it to be so. It's all available to you at any time. It's really about if we get ourselves in that kind of space, right? And so it's easy for us to get ourselves in that kind of space if we're already maybe halfway there with these principles, these ideas. Okay, I can get with that. God is everywhere present. I can get with that I'm a part of that, at least a part of that, if not wholly that. And I can get that the earth is holy ground. And that means holy ground anywhere, whether I'm on carpet or tile or grass or dirt or sand. Holy ground. So it's all of these things that we can do to help us get past any barriers or any resistance that says, I'm not a mystic, I don't have visions, I don't hear voices, or I'm too busy, or that sounds too indulgent, or whatever, all the things that the mind will throw up to say, that's not me, right? Or that is, I want my saints and my sages and you can have them. I mean, nobody's taken away the saints and the sages and the messiahs and so on, the master teachers. We can have them all. It's just this 7 weeks is inviting us to invite them to walk beside us and to invite ourselves to step in to what is available to us already, what is here and now in every breath. So it's not hard, but it's the very things that we throw up as our barriers and our resistance that Mirabai Starr says supremely qualifies us for this work, because it doesn't disqualify us to have struggles. It doesn't disqualify us to get caught up in our errands. It doesn't disqualify us to feel exhausted. In fact, these become the portals to the presence. Because then we are the humble human being that finally opens ourselves and says, I feel really tired. And when we say that, suddenly there's a recognition, right? There's an opening. There's a vulnerability that allows us then to become more open to what is available to us, what is here now, what is sacred. Even those pathways are sacred. The introduction of this book has a writing prompt, as does every chapter. And this one, it ends with, I find the presence of the sacred hidden in. So it's a really wonderful thing to just reflect upon throughout our days, or write. A simple, practical way for us to ask ourselves over and over again, where am I finding the sacred presence? And maybe hidden in helps us see, helps us look a little deeper, open it up a little, the view a little bit wider. So other things we might do is take a mindful breath, before we make a phone call, or pick up the phone, or send a text, or read a text. Whatever it is that we're doing through the day, we can find those moments where we, pause, return to ourselves, return to that kind of space, and then we open to whatever it is we're doing. See your commute not as wasted time, but as a time to really be in the presence. It's those small acts that we choose that'll open the door. So this week's invitation is to simply be the mystic that you already are, and to set the intention that I'm going to be the mystic that I already am, and see what happens. See what happens as you open that door. Maybe as you're washing the dishes, you'll have all kinds of contemplative wishes come forward. Who knows? Maybe your conversations will suddenly become more reverent, more present. Maybe the sanctuary of light that fills your mind when you see light playing on in nature, on the leaves, or at sunset or sunrise, will stay saturating your mind throughout the day with those colors, with that light of play. So I want to close with that, to return for a moment to that writing prompt and just give you a moment to reflect on that question. And the question is, I find the presence of the sacred in. Just take a moment to see what comes for you. I find the presence of the sacred hidden in. And what if you spend your whole week finishing that sentence? What if you set your alarm on your watch or your phone, and every so often, periodically throughout your day when it rings, you say, I'm finding the sacred presence hidden in. It really helps with the hidden in, because there are moments when we think, oh, no, I'm really angry, or I'm really upset, or I really don't like whatever the moment that is happening, right? But suddenly there's that call. It's like, oh, there is something sacred here. Speaking of sacred, would you mind a little? I love the way Tyler plays. We have this thing going. And it's sacred. So starting on page 1, the intention of this entire series is laid out to demystify mysticism, which really is what it's all about, and to invite us to awaken into the everyday mystic that we are. So this is what Mirabai writes. Welcome to the temple of your regular life, the garden of your days, the harbor where you catch your breath, the theater of your relationships. This is the terrain where you wake up and transform. The sometimes chaotic, frequently fraught, unexpectedly beautiful domain of the everyday. Your life is holy ground, and you are a mystic, and so it is. I invite you to affirm with me this truth. Together, I am a mystic walking on the holy ground of my everyday life, and so it is. And you mystics who are out there watching, we see you too. We don't see you, but we see you. Everyone have a mystical week.
I shared first service how incredibly powerful Kristen's message was for me. For 20 years, I worked for Child Protective Services of Napa County, and every time I stepped through the courtroom threshold, I saw it as sacred ground. And I never had one order overturned. So I definitely had divine order working with me. And I don't know, it's just, if you could think about when you get in your car, when you walk in your office, when you sit down at your computer, it's a sacred place surrounded with love and light. Thank you. Yes, amen. And our prayer chaplains are available after this service to provide personal prayer support. If you are a prayer chaplain serving today, could you please stand? Mike is here and Bobby and Irene, all right. Our prayer chaplains wear the purple stoles.
Whether you have a joy or a concern in your heart today, praying with our prayer chaplains is a powerful way to have your intentions lifted up in consciousness.
And now, let's open our hearts to the practice of giving. Woo! I invite you to prepare your gifts as we align with universal law of circulation. As we give, we shall receive. In truth, there is no lack or limitation. Abundance is our true nature.
And it occurs to me that the most powerful way we have right now today in our community to give thanks for the ever-increasing, constant flow of good in our lives today is to go to the fundraiser and be with your community and celebrate that abundance. And for your convenience, there are a variety of ways to financially give to this community, and they're shown on the screen in front of you. There's a donate, for those of you watching online, there's a donate now button on the Watch Live page. And we encourage everyone to set up regular and automatic giving using your bank's free bill pay service.
I invite you to take your tithe or that little plastic card in front, your offering in your hand, and repeat our affirmation together. Divine love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful. Thank you.
Many pray along the way.
They don't stop to wonder
What the world is coming to.
they learn something higher.
Reveal the way to greater love. Oh yeah. And the truth is telling me,
Sing of liberation.
for the ones who are not free, love can take us higher. Reveal the way to greater love. Oh yeah, so wash over us, make us kinder, lift us higher. Early in the morning, holds us together. Now and forever, we let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love, we let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy, we let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace, we let the peace wash over us. We let it be. We let the light, we let the light wash over us. We let it be. We let the grace, we let the grace wash over us. We let let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let it be.
We just wanted to chant all day. Oh, we are so blessed, are we not? Oh, thank you, Spirit, for the volunteers here that just make this place what it is. Thank you for all the ways that you step up to make this place sacred, holy ground for all who step upon it. To feel welcome, to feel home, to feel the love. We bless these gifts and know that we all have the power to bless, which is why we do it together. And when we do, we multiply our abundance. Incredible, right? You are an incredible mystic who blesses the offering. Let's do that together. We give thanks for the ever-increasing, constant flow of absolute good in our lives now. So it is.
Let's sing the kids in. We are a circle of love. We are a circle of light. Come join the circle of love. Come join the circle of light. The light in you and the light in me are one. The light in you and the light in me are one.
Good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. All right, these girls wanted to share today. We'll see if they still feel like it now that they're standing up here looking at all of you. Who wants to share what we talked about in Sunday school? Okay.
So today we played 2 games. One of them was Pass the Squirrel, where you have to pass the squirrel in a circle. And then the other one was you listen to your what is it called? Intuition and wiseness to draw something, and then the others have to guess it.
We also learned about what intuition was, and it was we also learned what wise meant, and it had something to do with intuition.
Perfect, Olivia. Thank you. Charlie, do you want to add anything to that? No. All right. So, yeah, we had a lesson on owls and wisdom and intuition. And we played a game not only did we draw and have to guess, but we did it with our eyes closed. We practiced our owl eyes today. So, thank you, ladies. You did wonderful. All right. And then our Uniteens.
So, at the start of the day, we were put to manual labor, and we peeled rosemary and lavender. I forgot what we're doing with it, but yeah, we're doing something with it. And last week we were starting an activity where we had to write our initials on things that were most common to happen to us. And we didn't get to finish it, but this time we did, and it was all right. It was 2 minutes. So, yeah.
Yeah, so we began the day prepping for the magic wands that will be on display for purchase starting, I think, next week. I could be off, but find Annika somewhere. She'll have more information on that. Yes, we did continue the activity about which situations we were most likely to encounter. And there were a couple that had several initials on them. So we talked about ways we could handle if we were approached with that situation. So there were some good ideas that came out, and I was very impressed, honestly. So.
Nice. All right. Well, let's bless all these beautiful children, teachers, and youth together. Children, youth, and teachers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine light within you.
All right. Please rise for our closing song, Wherever I Am. And check with your neighbor. If you like to hold hands, make sure your neighbor does too. Here we go. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. And all is well.
You are the love and the light, and you are a mystic on earth right now. So let your light shine. Have fun and spread joy.